welcome to DiscoveryTime Anytime. My name is Miss Katie, and this story time is brought to you by the Phoenix Public Library. And first things first, today we're going to be talking about space travel. But before we do that, we're going to do our hello song. So let's get our hello hands ready. Are you ready? Grown-ups too. Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Welcome to DiscoveryTime Anytime. Grown-ups, our early learning message of the week is, when we help kids develop early math skills, it helps their math and reading in school. Children learn math through everyday activities. Since we're going to be talking about space travel today, we are going to read the book, Snakes in Space. It is written and illustrated by Catherine Dennis, and it's published by Philo and Friends, which is an imprint of Macmillan, and it's read today with their permission. So without further ado, Snakes in Space. Five, four, three, two, one. Goes the sound of the rockets. Snakes blast into outer space. They spin around the planets and they give stars a chase. Go the sounds of the meteor. To dock with the space station, the shuttle must attach. A quick snack before snakes race to open the hatch. Hiss goes the sound of the airlock. A tangle of lines as they twist and they clump. Snakes splash through the Milky Way with no cookies to dunk. Hiss go the sound waves. The lunar module lands in a dusty dune. It's a big day with the first snake print on the moon. Hiss goes the sound of the rover. The mission is over, and it's time to bring the snakes home. They fly past Mars with no time to roam. Hiss goes the sound of the dust storm. Snakes slither back as fast as they can. They land to cheers and music from a band. Hiss go the happy snakes. 5 snakes traveled into space, but 1 snake asked to stay. Hiss goes the sound of the spaceship. The end. Did you guys like that story? Yeah, it's pretty sweet, huh? Lots of snakes in space. So, one really great way to help build our math skills and counting skills are to sing counting songs or read counting books. So, we are going to do a counting poem together. It's called The Beehive, and we'll do it twice. So if you don't know it the first time, you can do it with me the second time. Are you ready? Okay. Here is the beehive. Well, where are the bees? They're hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bzzz. Should we do it again? Okay. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? They're hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that fun? Yes. So, let's talk about space travel. Did you know that we have sent people to space and we've sent animals to space? So, I was going to talk to you a little bit about some of our very cool space travel history here on planet Earth. So, 66 years ago, in 1955, the United States and the USSR, which is we now call Russia, started a competition to see who could make it to space first, and it was called the space race. So the Russians got to space first. They launched their very first satellite, Sputnik 1, and it made it up to space in 1957. The United States got satellites up a little bit after that. In 1961, in April, Yuri Gagarin became the first man in space. He flew a 108-minute orbit around the Earth, and he flew for the USSR. He flew in an automated spaceship, so he just went. He was along for the ride. A month later, in May of 1961, Alan Shepard became the first American man in space. He didn't make a full orbit. He was suborbital, but he was the first person to be able to control his spacecraft, so he actually flew. In 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth, and he made 3 full orbits. In 1963, Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space, and she flew for the USSR. And in 1969, the United States declared themselves the winners of the space race because we landed men on the moon. We landed Apollo 11 on the moon, and the 3 astronauts that flew on that mission were Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. Michael Collins stayed in the spacecraft, so Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first 2 men to walk on the moon. In total, 12 people have walked on the moon. They were all men from the United States, and 700 and 570 people have flown in space. Of those 570 people, 65 were women, and they represented 41 different countries from the Earth. So we've also sent animals to space. We've sent monkeys and apes and cats and dogs and tortoises and mice and rats and rabbits and birds and frogs and lots of different types of bugs. We also send plants up to space so they can grow plants in space to see how they grow differently from here on Earth. Now, if you want to go travel in space, it's going to take you a little while. If you want to get to the International Space Station, it will take you between 3 and 24 hours. Now, 11 years ago, it would take 3 whole days. So we've actually sped up getting to the ISS quite a bit. If you want to get to the moon, it takes 3 days. And if you want to get to Mars, it takes 6 to 8 months, depending on where Mars is in orbit in correlation with Earth. Because, they both orbit around the sun, but they are a little different. So sometimes we're farther apart and sometimes we're closer together. Now, right at this second, above us, there are 10 people in space on 2 different space stations. The first space station is the International Space Station, and it has a multicultural crew. It's Expedition Crew 65, and they're up there from April to October of 2021. The commander is Akihiko Hoshide, who is from Japan, and he flies with JAXA, which is the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. Also on board is Thomas Pesquet, who is French, and he flies with the European Space Agency. Oleg Novitsky, who is from Belarus, and he flies with Roscosmos, which is the Russian space agency. Peter Dubrov, who is Russian and also flies with Roscosmos. And 3 American NASA astronauts. NASA stands for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and it's the United States Space Agency. We have Mark Vande Hei, Shane Kimbrough, and Megan MacArthur. So we have those 7 people on the International Space Station. You're right. I did say 10 people in space because there's a second space station. The Chinese built their own space station. It's called Tiangong. It's brand new, and right now it has 3 astronauts aboard. They're all from China, and their names are Tang Hongbo, Nai Hasheng, and Liu Buming. And all 3 of them are Chinese men, and they are on the Chinese space station. So that's 10 astronauts. How cool is that? So, you want to do your spacecraft? I want to do our spacecraft. For our spacecraft, we are going to make straw rockets. So we need the following things. We need a sheet of paper, a pair of scissors, some tape, a straw, and some red yarn. So the first thing that and crayons and markers. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to draw your spacecraft on the sheet of paper. I went ahead and drew mine ahead of time. I drew the SpaceX Crew Dragon 2 with Falcon 9 rockets. I drew 3 of them. I'm only going to cut out one. You can also draw a Soyuz rocket, which is what the Russians used to get to the International Space Station. Or you can draw a space shuttle, which is what NASA used to use to go up to space, but we retired them. So I drew a SpaceX rocket. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut out your spacecraft. And always have a grown-up's permission when using your scissors. There we go. One space rocket. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take some of your excess paper and you're going to make a sleeve to go on the back of your rocket for the straw to go in. So, extra piece of paper, roll it up. Make sure your straw fits inside. Yep. Okay. This is where the tape comes in. You're going to tape it together. And then on one end, you're going to pinch and you're going to fold over. I'm going to fold over twice to make it really strong. Then add some more tape. Okay. Perfect. Now, with your sleeve, you're going to tape it to the back of your spacecraft. So, like that. I'm gonna tape it here. Put some tape there. One more itty bitty piece of tape. Make it nice and perfect. Okay, so there is the sleeve. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some flames. So you're going to take your yarn and your scissors. We're going to cut some flames off. And then we're going to tape them onto the bottom of our space shuttle or our rocket or our spacecraft, whatever you felt like building. Let's see. Get that tape on there. Fix it in place nice and strong. Okay, now you can take your straw, insert it in the sleeve, and there you have a rocket ship that we can launch. So, should we count down from 5 and launch our rocket ship? Yes? Okay, ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Woo! Was that fun? Yeah, that was great. So we're going to do one more activity. We are going to count down from 20 and we are going to pretend that we are astronauts on a rocket ship zooming to the International Space Station. Are you ready? So first, we have to put on our space helmet. listen. Yep, I hear him. Okay. Now we have to put on our seatbelt, obviously. So space shuttle seatbelts, you've got like the waist belt, but then you also have the shoulder belts. You got to click them into place. Okay. Are y'all ready? I'm ready. So we're going to count down from 20 and we're going to blast off. Are you ready? Okay. T-minus 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Our e-resource of the week is Hoopla. Hoopla is an app or a website that you can visit. You can get to it through our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. Hoopla is a database that we subscribe to that has ebooks, e-audiobooks, comic books, music, movies, and more. You can register with your library card to create an account, and then you can check out 12 items a month on your card. It's very cool. Everything on Hoopla is available all the time, so there's never any holds, and they have tons of kids stuff. I searched for space travel, and then I selected children's titles only, and I still got over 1,100 results. So I would definitely check out Hoopla for all of your e-resource needs. Another e-resource to check out is www.nasa.gov/kids club. They have lots of crafts, STEM activities, and more. So I definitely would check it out. When we help kids develop early math skills, it helps their math and reading in school. Children learn math through everyday activities. Well, it is time for us to say goodbye, but that means you get to go build a straw rocket and have it blast off all over your house. So let's get our goodbye hands ready. They look just like my hello hands. Funny that. You ready? Okay. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for coming to Discovery Time. I hope you had fun learning about space travel. I had a lot of fun too. I'll see you next time. Bye.